Hi everyone, my name is Grace and I'm currently a sophomore from an international school in South Korea. Let me start off with the story of my best friend called Kay. Kay and I have first met each other at a local church in 8th grade, and since then we have been continuing our friendship for over 2 years now. Since the start of our friendship in 8th grade, we both thought we connected extremely well to each other, so well that it took me by surprise. Our friendship grew from there. I thought I knew who my best friend was until, by one incident, she decided to open up to me. One day, I noticed Kay hastening to take menstrual pads provided for free in the church bathroom. Genuinely out of curiosity, I asked her why she was taking such large quantities of menstrual pads, and her response has shocked me. Kay was left at the orphanage when she was 3 years old because her mother was not economically affluent. Although it is protected by law that the orphanage receives government provision in hygiene resources, they are not enough to be shared amongst 150 girls. Hearing how many girls of my age consider sanitary pads something that I take for granted as a source of financial difficulty left a burden in my heart. In fact, there were around 12,000 girls in South Korea who considered sanitary pads as a financial burden, and some girls refused to go to school when they faced a shortage in menstrual pads due to the taboos surrounded by menstruation. I found these same girls lacked sexual education and misunderstood the woman's body, which perpetuated the stigma around menstruation. Eager to help, I was able to successfully support 30 menstrual kits and conduct a sexual education class about the female anatomy at the orphanage, and to this day have extended the service to supporting 50 girls in Laos and 50 girls in South Africa. Feedbacks received by the girls were thankfully optimistic. According to a follow-up survey sent to the girls, it has been shown that over 60% of the girls have continuously used the menstrual cup provided, and around 70% of the girls have agreed to the fact that their economic burden had lessened through the menstrual kit, showing the effectiveness of the community project. In addition, according to a study regarding the cost effectiveness of the menstrual cup conducted by Lancet Public Health, it has been shown that the cups were found to be, on average, just 5% of the cost of the pads and 7% of the cost of tampons in a woman's lifetime. However, one of the major flaws of the project is that its financial support was extremely unstable. Since the project completely relies on the donor's donation, without continuous donations, the supportment cannot happen. To continue this community project in the long run, I thought it would be a good idea to acquire revenue for the project in a more stable method by opening up a market. Although more research on its feasibility aspect needs to be made, I am planning on to support local women artisans in South Africa by selling their handmade bracelets to acquire financial aid for the project. This not only raises awareness of this issue to the customers and collect donations in a meaningful way, but also allows room to break the cycle of poverty. For each bracelet that the artisans create, they will be able to receive 65% of the revenue created, and 35% will be kept to aid the project. The community project's effectiveness can be justified through the previous project's success, and it was calculated that the girls in South Africa on average have been able to save around 20% of their profit using menstrual cups. Adding on to the savings, by acquiring around 65% of the revenue produced, the artisans are expected to have around $330 supported, which in turn could help reduce economic disparity. In addition, during preliminary market research, over 90% of the respondents showed interest in supporting the project by purchasing the bracelet, and the project's promotion platforms like social media and websites already have a following due to the big success in the previous project, which could be an advantage when starting this project. Therefore, not only would I be able to benefit the original community project in which strives for a better hygiene amongst teenage girls in low-income families by providing them with menstrual kits, but also support the many local women artisans for financial support.